minutes, and then I'll count down 30, 20, 10, 5 seconds, so you know when you can stop your burpees and start with the second part of the workout. Can everyone give me a thumbs up? Is everyone ready? Just waiting for Chiara's ready. Fantastic.
Love it, Steve.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll give you a countdown from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And we are off, Paul.
We are indeed.
Now, yeah, this 5 minutes of burpees at the start is definitely going to favour those who like burpees, and we can see Kirsty going off flying because she likes her burpees.
She does indeed, and anyone that's watching, you know, we've posted the standards. Now, the judges are going to be watching the videos that these people submit, so we have the benefit of slowing it down to probably 0.25. And if you're really interested, have a look at the standard sheet and then see what we are seeing. Because speed is brilliant, but are all their chests touching the floor? Are they getting air below their feet? And are they clapping above their hands? So really, everybody knows how to do a burpee, but do you do the burpee to standard? And that's what makes a difference. So if you think how many burpees they'll do in this, and then add 5 seconds for every nin rep, that's a lot of work for no payout, is it?
Yeah, it is worth taking the time, and we saw that with the semis, didn't we? Taking the time, getting the form right, over just going for speed and getting a lot of no reps, because yeah, it's going to add a lot of time to chew.
I mean, looking at, you know, the videos, every one of those competitors have to be shouted out as they brought their A game. And it's just unfortunate that some of the standards slipped, but their effort and their motivation, determination, and their speed, that blew me away, and that's a really good sign for the Hyrox competitions, you know, next year, with Manchester and London unfortunately cancelled, but Birmingham's still going ahead.
I missed the first minute, so I need to call them out in a second.
Okay.
Let them know we've got 3 minutes left. Too much talking. That is 2 minutes gone. 2 minutes gone.
Yes, we must remind ourselves to stop talking about 10 seconds before the minute.
So obviously, along with the kind of virtual workouts, they've got the actual Hyrox events running. We had London and Manchester booked in for this year, which are postponed at the moment due to the current situation, which you know, doesn't surprise me really. So we have to look out for kind of revised dates on that one.
Birmingham, I'm down to go to Birmingham.
Birmingham is March the 6th, apparently. Alright, so we're coming up to 3 minutes now. That's 3 minutes gone. 3 minutes.
So Fabian, I've got the stats of your 5 female competitors. Is there any information you would like to know to share with the audience?
Well, cool. I mean, you always have a plethora of information. What do I...
Plethora. So let's go from the top then. Kirsty Marchbank. She competes in the 30 to 34 age cat. Her best WOD was WOD 1 and WOD 5, where she came second overall in the female league. That gave her number 1 slot. So Kirsty won the Hyrox female league. So fantastic effort. And she was first in age cat and obviously first in the UK. So a very strong competitor.
Alright, we're coming up to 4 minutes now, so we'll give them their 1 minute countdown.
Guys, I think it's amazing. It's Kirsty Marchbank.
That is 1 minute countdown, 1 minute left on the burpees. Sorry, Mitra.
I'm sorry, guys. No, I'm just amazed. Like, Kirsty Marchbank, also Olivia Lukazovic, they haven't stopped once.
Incredible.
I mean, Olivia, she's in the 30 to 34, so, her and Chiara, they're all in the same age cat. So Olivia, her best WOD was WOD 1, where she came 7th.
30 seconds left.
And 4th.
Countdown here.
Oh, you're going for the countdown.
Do the countdown. Let us know where we are. 20 seconds left. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burpees are over. So now they're probably quite glad that those are over.
I like how they've just gone into the next exercise as if this is just the start.
Yeah, just straight segued into it. Now, when I was doing the, I think we didn't have any reverse lunges in the series, did we? We did have some jumping lunges.
Yeah, no reverse lunges.
Yeah, I managed to smash my knee on a rock on the ground, and yeah, it was quite swollen after that. So don't make my mistake. They all look like they've got mats or carpet, so that looks better.
That was my hardest WOD, the one with the jumping lunges. I found that absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, I couldn't walk the next day. That's no way to lie.
I'm really interested to see the alternate version of the mountain climbers, because I particularly enjoyed that WOD in the league competition, and it really broke up the competitors to those who followed the form and those that did not. And as I was lucky enough to be a judge, where some people did not get it right, they were absolutely punished on time.
Oh, the girl Chiara's on the push-ups already, and Kirsty's following. And this is what Emma said. So as a female, you kind of have to play with or reserve your strength here. And for me, I'm nowhere close to these competitors, but I can do pretty good if I do sets of 5s and then maintain. And I feel like that's, one of the things that's going to help them if they just, those feel slow in the beginning if you just do 5, but if you continue with 5, you continue, like as for me, you're allowed to move continuously, with little rest in between, versus going all out and then you can't maintain that straight line anymore.
If you go to muscle fatigue as well, then that is going to hamper you in the long run.
I noticed that, Mintra, in some of the videos, the ones that got really good scores, they were very methodical, especially in the 60 plus. They would go a steady pace and they would not stop. And then they would give adequate breaks throughout, and their scores were phenomenal, but they did not stop. So intelligent application on each one.
That's absolutely correct, and we see that on the actual Hyrox events too. Obviously you all also have to be fast, but the athletes who start off fairly slower and then just maintain, they're just so consistent, and consistency is just so hard, because a lot of people get nervous, and all those things come into play when you take part at a competition. But like keeping that mindset and then just sticking to that plan, that's crucial, and that's what makes a good athlete. These ladies are fighting. Good job.
Yeah, 50 push-ups is a tough order for anyone, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Fantastically deep squats there for Chiara. Look at that. Definitely making sure she's going below that vertical line, horizontal line. It's difficult to know where people are, because I don't know how many burpees everyone got in at the start. Which is why it makes it interesting.
Obviously, if you're watching this, then on the squats, the hip must break the parallel. What we mean by that is the line from the knee to the hip, it must be lower so lower than a straight line. That's what we're looking at. And then a full extension. That's what the judges will be looking at. So, you know, if you're focusing on an athlete, focus on the standards.
I think it's slightly cooler today than it was yesterday. So hopefully will play into their favour.
Kasia, you need to go a little lower on your squats. There you go.
So yeah, here we have the special mountain climbers. And the key thing here is that the foot.
Again, Kasia, you gotta bring your feet a little closer to your hands. There you go.
Yeah, the foot needs to come in line with the hands.
Keep going. Don't make your feet go too wide from your hands. That's it. Good job. Nice.
And if anyone's watching, have a little go at these alternate versions of the mountain climbers, because they are hard. Just give yourself 10 to try and get your foot to the, you know, to the left and right of your hands. It's really hard.
But these guys make it look easy.
They do.
And
You gotta see my video.
It's strange. For me, it got my quads, which I didn't expect it to. Maybe that's my terrible technique.
No. I found my quads were absolutely on fire in the middle and at the end. The next day, I was walking like John Wayne.
So they're all, almost all in their second round. It'd be interesting to see how the hand release push-ups look this round.
Yeah, I think what you've said, Mintra, is this may come down not to speed. This may come down to who doesn't get any no reps.
So it's the first round they would have got 200 reps in. So 2 rounds would be 400 reps. I don't know how many burpees they might have got in 5 minutes.
And that's the unknown of how many burpees they achieved in that 5-minute window.
I hope they know.
Well, they know. And the judges will.
That's always the problem for me, was this actually keeping count when you're proper blowing, going all out. I'm trying to remember what number you're on.
So you can see the technique that Olivia is using right now, where it's almost like a lunge step. You know, that doesn't save any time than when Kirsty was doing it. So, you know, that's allowed, but it's a lot slower, but it does save the energy. So, you know, maybe that's a technique to keep going without stopping.
Yeah, trying to do the explosive sort of jumping takes a lot of energy.
No more.
Which these guys have a lot of.
Last one.
So Kasia, make sure to keep that straight line in your back. There you go.
I think you're doing good reps. No one's calling you out. You're doing really well.
They're going to be hurting at this point. That is for sure. 13 minutes.
Fighting.
And I think you can tell they're now starting to break down this wad into easily biteable chunks to maintain their stamina to keep going, because they know how close they all were on the semi-finals. And what they don't want to do is blow themselves out or give themselves too long a break to know they were simply seconds away. So this is getting very close.
Haley, watch your butt. Make sure it's all straight. Yep.
This is where, as they're fatiguing, it's getting harder and harder. That core strength, keeping that in a straight line. It's push-ups.
So Mintra, I do like the ruling that, you know, if a competitor does something to make a time advantage, then yes, you know, that's definitely no. But it makes it a lot easier that if there is no time advantage, for example, they step up rather than jump, then it makes it a lot clearer because they're not having any of that. They're using more energy, as you previously said on the first competition that we had.
Yeah, definitely. We have like people were like, why are they allowed to step up? For example, on the burpees, how is this allowed? Or somebody, we even had some guy in the, I want to say 50 to 54 category, that was like on his knees stepping up to the burpee. But you know, they were like, why is this allowed? And I reply, this is allowed because it doesn't give him any advantage time-wise. It just saves him some energy so he can get through the movement. But there's no reason for us to give him a no rep. So yeah, that's kind of like our philosophy on that. But it's limited to burpees, I think. And what else? Do you have anything else? I'm pretty sure it's limited to burpees. With the stepping up. And the mountain climbers, which she can, you know, what you said, pretty much do a lunge. It's still extra energy.
Yeah. So if you do a lunge, it's a lot slower. But that's its saving grace if you're burning energy and you need a break.
Hold on a second, Paul. Haley, you need to keep that straight line when you're coming off the ground.
There we go. Your last few now. You did it so well. No one is. Really...
If they are hurting me, I'm not showing it. This is absolutely stalling for us more than.
Chiara is already on our third round. It's pretty quick.
Done.
He's done. Oh. Good job.
Look at that, Chiara and Kirsty.